making it real.
Hello, welcome to our live podcast today. And I want to thank all the followers, all our viewers for today. And today we want to hold a session with my friend, and he's a politician. And he wants now to contest for a seat. And we want to hear about what my friend is going to talk about today. Okay, I have the guest to introduce himself, and I hope we shall start well. My friends, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm Joseph, and today I want to host a politician of our session today. So, Mr. Lepadree,
Yes.
introduce yourself and tell people what Lepadree is and your real names.
Okay, my real names are Wycliffe Okumu, and I'm an engineer, automotive engineer by profession, and I live in Katokera village, Sarangombe ward, Kibra constituency.
Okay, what Lepadree is? What is it?
Oh, Lepadree. Number one is okay. I'm a leader, and I'm a businessman. I'm an SME. I have a business going on in Katokera in my neighborhood, and I'm someone who loves peace and development.
Okay, Lepadree, for our topic today, we wanted to talk about youth empowerment. And before we start our topic of today, I think you should tell us why you want to contest for this Sarangombe Ward seat, which is an MCA.
Yeah. Okay, the reason, okay, in Swahili we always say that kwa siasa kuna karibu. Yeah, I just find myself. So I found myself into politics because of what I saw in my neighborhood. This one day, my neighbor collapsed early in the morning. So when I rushed to check on him, I found out that the lady took her ARV drugs on an empty stomach. So that situation hurt me so much, and I saw that I should, I think, come out and show kind of leadership, because the current MCA is so much detached from the reality on the ground. Yeah, so that's what made me to think about joining politics. And number two is the high rate of unemployment, because on my personal statistics I carried out, I found out that almost 20,000 youths in Sarangombe Ward alone have no jobs, they have no skills, and the current world, it's all about skills. Yeah, even if you are somewhere, maybe you have not got that opportunity, but you need to have skill either in carpentry, masonry, IT, dressmaking, catering. It's so important. If you look at all these developed countries like Israel and South Korea, it is mandatory for you to pass through military training and skill empowerment. So even if you go out, so even China is doing that. They believe so much on handwork. Yeah.
Why is it that it is only you are focusing on Sarangombe? Because okay, in Kibra we have very many words. Yeah. So why is it that you chose on Sarangombe?
Okay, Sarangombe is my home. I was born here. I've been here for almost 40 years. So I know the place, I know the challenges, I know people, I've got a family here, so I cannot go somewhere which I'm not known. So Sarangombe is like my first home. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, about empowerment. You say how are you going to create these jobs? Because you say nowadays there is a problem in job, there is a job crisis. How are you going to do it very uniquely?
Okay. On issue of youth empowerment, if you look at Sarangombe Road, there are a lot of garbage. And that garbage can be recycled. Number one, tissue paper is made out of garbage. And that tissue paper alone, if you got that machine of making tissue paper, that alone can create around a job for 10,000 youths. One, for those who will be bringing garbage, that is employment. For those who will be working in the plant of recycling, that is job. And for those who will be marketing those tissues, it is job. Two, these matchboxes. Matchboxes are used in our household, and all those matchboxes they come from waste material. Number two, fertilizer. This waste in Sarangombe can be used to manufacture fertilizer. Like we have the Human Needs Center. They started the plastic recycling plant, but it lacks the goodwill of the kind of leadership. Yeah. Two, we have this job of bidding. There's a guy who is an expert in bid making. So I've connected several youths to go get training so that they can themselves fend for their families without going to beg for anybody. Two, there's this art of making mats. There's a friend of mine who does training for single mothers and widows. And a lot of people are doing good work there. They are making bags, they are making sweaters, they are making capes, they are making these hand beads, necklaces, and they are getting money. They are not idle anymore. They are not waiting for their husbands to come and fend for their families. Those women and those young mothers are now skilled and they can fend for their families.
So, Mr. Wycliffe, okay, I've heard you, but there's a problem that people do say youth they are not committed or they like commitment in their jobs. They, in short, lose youths, the Gen Zs, they don't like work. Yeah. So, with this kind of challenge, do you want to empower youths? How are you going to deal with it when you will be an MCA?
Okay, what the youths most lack is orientation.
Yes.
Yeah, if we can organize with some NGOs like and then Kibera Town Center is doing a very good job. There are courses like for 6 months, 1 year, which the youth these Gen Zs are taking after getting trained. They are given funds, like a seed capital, to open up businesses. But you cannot give someone money, and that someone does not have the education to run that business. So the first thing is always empowerment. And if we can engage those Gen Zs, tell them what we want to do, I think most of I don't see if I don't think it's that they are lazy because the ones I've engaged, they've given me very positive responses. In fact, there's a lot which will be graduating, I think, in 3 or 4 months' time, and they're young people. They're going from here in Kibera Town Center. So it's only the engagement and the Gen Zs given proper training and given a city capital, they'll change our community. I'm very optimistic.
Okay, do you think the current leadership is not doing something on this youth empowerment? Because I saw you one day complaining a lot about the current leadership in Sarangombe.
The current MCA has tokenized politics. Yeah, there's no any day, almost 10 years now, is even arranged. Because here in Kibra, we have professionals. We have got successful business men and women. And if I can be the MCA, we have so many people here, like Oyaro, Nani Koguno there is a very good business man who can even mentor our young people. So what we need is, what has been lacking is that mentorship. Mentorship is that's the gap that has been missing. If these young people can be taken, people like Koguno Ventures can be called upon to mentor our young people. We can have so many people, because in this world, 80% to 90% of the world billionaires are SMEs. They are not employed. In psychology, there's what we call the law of escalating commitment. The more you do a matter, is the more you get committed to it. So you find someone employed, and that guy has worked for almost 60 years. But when he comes out, you find that an SME is much richer than him. So you do something, you do a mistake, but you do it for long. You get committed to it with no cause. Yeah. So white collar job now, even in if you go to America, China, Japan, most of the billionaires, they're innovators, they're SMEs. Yeah. So our people should not put their mind on getting employed, white collar jobs. No, it's time to think outside the box. We need to think of ideas. We need to a community which is skilled. That one will go far.
Okay, still on the youth affairs. Okay, yesterday or the other day, there's some youths who were killed by the mob around Poster there. So, do you find it this is becoming so challenging because the youths have turned their ways and they have entered into the theft issues? Yeah,
Mm.
I cannot prove the reason why they were killed.
Okay.
Yes, but there is some allegations that they were killed by mob because of some mischievous whatever. Do you think? Do you think if you take the leadership, do you think you will help this situation?
Okay. The case of the young two guys, it was a case of mistaken identity. Those guys were not thieves.
Yes.
There's a guy who sells water there, and there's this young man called Diffre. See, I think Diffre or something. He's my neighbor. So this guy gave his phone to that young guy who was selling water. So I think this guy did it to give back the phone. So Diffre went there, took his motorbike with his friend. Unfortunately, the motorbike that belonged to Diffre ran out of fuel. So these two guys, they had to leave that motorbike behind, and then you. So after then, they came back to take their motorbike. That's when these young guys starting to raise a false alarm that, oh, these are thieves, these are thieves. So when those guy from the garage came out with the crude weapons, they had that notion that these people are thieves. So that they started beating this defray beating. After beating up, his friend came back, and his friend, while trying to tell this people that this guy is not a thief, he himself fell in that fateful scenario. Oh, so it's not kind of issue of the thievery or anything, because Diffre was working at Linear Connect, and he was getting over 40,000. So and the other guy was working at Climate Works, which he was getting like in 2 weeks' time around, it was around 20,000. So okay, there are cases of thievery which I cannot deny, but this one is not one. So the only thing that should be done is to empower our community. Like if you look now, there's a road here in Katokera village. Like you see when you've built a road, but almost 90%, like if you build a road inside a slum where the poverty level is 90%, that is like you buy for your wife a very expensive dress, but it doesn't have the inner garment, so he cannot walk, he cannot sit with people. So the first thing you do is to buy the inner garment, then you get the outer gear. So that's what is happening here. Well, there's a road, but 90% of the youths are in poverty. Their mothers, it is a very bad situation. And as you know, an empty mind is a devil's workshop. So if these youths can be engaged, be empowered, I think even the poverty level in Sarangombe will reduce to almost even 40%, 50%. So the problem is that the current leadership has neglected the youths. Yeah, that's why you see so many people are running away from Sarangombe. So many people are running away to Langata, Mugumoini, Dagoretti, Woodley, because that if you follow up, you'll find that the leadership in those areas are engaging the positive, either through monetary wing or on employment wing. Because down here in Sarangombe here, Mugomeni MCA has I know of people whom is employed for like almost 20 people whom is connected to job opportunities, something that our area MCA has failed to do. So that is the problem which we are having here. It's a kind of massaging poverty.
So there is this rise in phone snatching. There are rise in phone snatchers, and it is not the disease is within this Nairobi so much. So do you think this is an employment rate? Do you think if somebody has a motorbike and the same person is snatching a phone and they are being killed? Several cases have been reported, they are being killed. So do you think this is an employment rate, or do you think what is it? Because if I have a motorbike, I can afford motorbike, or I can. Do you think this person who has a motorbike can use the same motorbike to get something at the end of the day? Why is it somebody is using a motorbike and they are using it to go and snatch people's phones?
Okay, what I can say, snatching and mugging has been there even before smartphones, even before motorbikes. You see? So we are not saying that snatching or mugging has only it's something that came around only yesterday. It is something that has been there. So to me, I can just round it up to a character of a person. Yeah, because mugging has been there, snatching has been there, and even stealing, it is something that has been there. So it's only that it has been modernized. That you can run away using a motorbike, you can snatch on top of a motorbike, or you can just snatch a phone. But it's something that has been there. So to me, it goes back down to character of a person. Yeah. So it's I think it's just a character of a person. And then after being to down to a character, it goes down to such kind of mass psychology. Because you know these young people, they always have that kind of mass psychology. Even those people, this is what we're on the border, they have that more mass psychology. Even we've seen several times, in case of even of an accident, they cannot reason. They just say, "Oh, to chome, you ban," and it is mass like that, and it goes. But if you can have some people, well-meaning people, who can even tell, no, but you're not doing good. Let us reason. A voice. Let us have a voice of reason. That is what is lacking in this. I think this motorbike issue, because they lack that. They only lack that. In case of everything, alteration, what they think of getting fuel, burning. You see, that the vehicle and anything that comes, even if it's a car, they've done it separately, not even a road.
but there are many cases in Nairobi now. But okay, there is no problem. Okay, let's put it like it is a character of somebody. But why these cases are very many? Even if it is a character, why are they very many nowadays? Because I don't think if somebody who has got a motorbike should use it to steal instead of making money. Is it people lack empowerment? Is it people? What do people? Or what do youths and majority are youths? And sometimes you find somebody, a motorcycle rider, the one who is riding is just an elderly man. But the phone snatcher who is at the back is these Gen Zs. Mm. So, is it an entrepreneur or is it kind of a business people are trying to keep in?
This, I think there were some few years when I think sales machine was the sales for interior. Or this one, the industry, there were some regulations that were to put in place. And I think there are some politicians who were against that the regulations. But the only way to do away with this kind of phone mugging, snatching is all about regulation. You see, if one was I think it was a motor should be under identification. There must be in a registered circle. You see, if someone selects a phone, we should know that this is a circle that that operates around Katokera to Olympic. This is a circle that operates around Soweto like that. So that's how we will regulate this border industry. But without full implementation of the regulation rules, we still have a problem with that. Because you cannot say, like someone is a thief, he just come, take a motorbike, carry his few 2 or 3 friends, snatchers, and they. So he's not a border rider, he's a thief. So we need to understand that they are dedicated riders and they are thieves. So if we put this regulation in place, I think the industry will be clean. Because the industry is an industry of over 7 million people.
So what can you tell? Can you urge the current leadership to do so that they can reduce these cases?
Full came in, he established authority, and the famous one was the pink uniform, the driver uniform. But before even what we are seeing now in Matatu industry was also happening in Matatu industry. Because anybody will just come with his clothes, no identification, no anything, no GSA number, just harassing people, stealing, and they go away. And that is what should come to Matatu industry. One is identification. If you snatch someone's phone, we know so whoever snatched the phone is so and so and so, and it comes from such a circle. And we look for the chairman of that circle for the guy to be arrested. But currently, there's no way. That's why you see thieves and goons are taking advantage of that lack of proper guidelines in the Border sector.
Okay, Mr. I can see you have a vision for Sarangombe.
Yes.
Can you tell people of Sarangombe what you are putting in place in your leadership? What you will put in place in your leadership to change their life?
Okay, number one, I'm so passionate about education. And if you look currently, in Sarangombe, we have only 2 public schools. And Ayani had Ayani now currently has an ACD, and that ACD has been built for 12 years. See? Come to Olympic Primary School. Olympic Primary School is overpopulated. Olympic Primary School has around 6,000 students. The TCA guidelines is very clear. A classroom should be having 30 to 40 students. Olympic Primary has 120 students. Even marking of their homework is done by their fellow pupils. 2, Olympic Primary School doesn't have an ECD block. So it's a school that lacks the educational foundation. in Olympic Primary School doesn't have a disability unit. Children with the living with disability cannot go to Olympic. They cannot go to Ayani. So when I become the AMCA, I'll make a difference in that. Olympic Primary School must have an ECD. Olympic Primary School must have extra blocks, because even the former MCA Wino Kotieno built a block here by Britain. There's what we call CSR, corporate social responsibility. All these NGOs around here, they have a CSR. Even this corporate, like Equity Bank, ACB, Cooperative, Kenya Films Board here around Saramumbi, they have that CSR. So I'll engage them so that they can give us extra budgets, because CSR supports education, sports, and health. Two, when I become an MCA, I'll have a database of area professionals. So in case I get an opportunity, it will be easy to link this our youth to the job market, something that the MCA doesn't know. Two, the issue of markets. Recently, the Kenya Railways personnel came, destroyed, brought down structures around railway line, and all those people, they were getting their daily bread from there. Like, for example, look at here, like Saramogo. Our market was grabbed around Kianda here. So that's the single market for Saramogo people. So what I'll do is just write to ESCC so that you can reclaim that market and give it back to the community. You see? Because people are struggling here, they are getting sick because of cold, they're being rained on, and nobody cares. Two, or the issue of fire. There's what we call fire hydrant. Or fire hydrant is a water refilling point for the firefighters engine. But if you look currently in Salamo, we don't have one. Whenever we'll be having a very big fire, God forsake, those fire engines will be running up to Gigiri. You see that? So it is very, very urgent, so that we can have a fire hydrant in Sarangombe, one or two spots, so that in case of maybe in case of emergency, the engine fires come, they run out of water, they can refill in the vicinity of our area of Sarangombe. So two, issue of healthcare. If you go to this Kiana Level 3 hospital, we find even the gloves alone are not there. There's no medicine, there's no anything, people are suffering. So there's restocking of our Kiana Level hospital should be done so that our people should stop suffering. Two, the issue of recovery. Like Saramumbi here, it is very easy to spot a police land cruiser moving around, but you never see an ambulance rushing down trying to save the sick people. People are suffering. People are carried in blanket ambulance. Even this is what we call in Machela, stretchers. They are not there. People are just bundled in pickups. There's a friend of mine called Riaga here. Riaga got attacked some months away. Riaga was taken to hospital by a motorbike. There's no first aid, there's no anesthesia. So it is just a hell of shit. Which is happening here. Yeah. And another point is the issue of a community hall. Sarangombe, all those years, we should stop depending on Joseph and the hall. We need to have our own community hall where we can discuss our issues. We need to have a community hall where we can discuss our secrets. Currently, it is none. If we have even these county meetings, we go to Kangebe. Sarangombe doesn't have. Two is the issue of garbage collection. There's a cousin of mine who came from Bonn. When he came, he reached on him, he don't know what is happening here. Kwani how far is Nairobi? Because he was seeing the garbages, he was seeing women struggling like in the south to gather to fetch water. There are women there who are under this dust, sun, and everything. So we tell him, where is Where is the area MC? I told him, no. The area MC went to study in Japan. He's doing PhD. And he'll come for next year for the I told him, no. That's the MC has to go home. So it is kind of, almost everything is in a mess. Even currently the office of the MCA has been closed because of rent arrears. So they look at that. If Salomon were where people,
So who to pay the rent of MCA's office?
Is the county.
Yes.
And who passes the budget?
So the county is not cooperating.
And who does oversight? And who does the budget? It's the MCA.
Yes.
Yes. So the executive cannot pass budget and cannot legislate. It is the area MCA who passes budget and who does oversight and represent and legislate. So that mandate falls under him. You see? Because weak people will blame everyone, but they never blame themselves. So the buck stopped at the door of the MCA. Is that he has failed.
So you've not talked about the issue of insecurity, because I think the slum. Okay, we are in the slum now, and the slum there is a lot of insecurity. So if you are elected, or let's not talk about if you are elected. Let's talk about today. What can you tell our area leadership about the insecurity?
Okay, security is not a devolved function. Security is a national duty. So what I can do is just empower, because now village elders have been paid by the government. Just having a roundtable with our village elders so that we can identify the criminals, because security starts with me and you. Yeah, the police or anybody comes later. So if we've identified the culprits, we report them to Nyumbakumi. After they are reporting them to Nyumbakumi, then the Nyumbakumi takes them to the police. So it's just a matter of leveraging between Nyumbakumi and my office. So that's the way, because it's entirely a national government issue. It's not like America or which security has been devolved to the county chiefs.
Okay, Mr. Wycliffe, before if you leave alone the national government or whatever, because this is now between me and you know where you come from, you know how bad sometimes it is. There is sometimes you cannot walk at night. There's places that you cannot. It's like you are trespassing to areas which are very bad, which are much infested with thieves and whatever. So this is just, let's talk about the ghetto. Because if you can talk about the ghetto, then you know how you can deal with the security in the ghetto. Leave alone the other people. Because you are being employed. Okay, you are being given the mandate by voting you in for these reasons. So you as a person, do you have any criteria that you are going to deal with, how you are going to deal with the insecurity as for personal level, even now, if you can be given that mandate?
Okay, one, Kenya is a country governed by law. That one, we must uphold the constitution all the time. Mob justice is not part of the justice system. So the only thing that you can do, number one, is to work together with the village elders. So if they identify that there are among us, there are few elements, criminal elements. The first point is always having a roundtable discussion. I'm talking to those people, telling them, no, what you are doing is good. You see, there's always 1, 2, 3 times. There are some people who are criminals, and now they are good people. They have reformed. You see, so as a leader, I cannot advocate for vigilante. I cannot advocate for lynching. No. That one, I believe in democracy, and the democracy that doesn't start and end at the ballot and the voting. No, the democracy is how we live, how we associate with people, even wherever in this is democracy. So the first step is caution. Those youths, if they identify that they are criminal elements, they are even there's what we call jukwaa la usalama.
Okay, okay. What I'm asking, before you identify these people, before you got them, before you got these robbers or whatever, what will you do so that you can get these criminals? Yeah, you know now you have not identified any. How will you identify them? What measures are you going to take to make sure that you catch the thieves, or because there is some sports which are very dangerous, mostly at night. Yeah. So how are you going to make sure that you identify these criminals so that you can put them to book?
There's a saying which says, if you want to catch a thief, set a thief.
Thief.
Yes, that is how you'll find them. So this someone cannot come outside Sarangombe and commit a crime and go and go and go and go without being identified. You see that? So if it is someone who is homegrown and is disturbing people with the mugging, breaking of people's property, the first thing is to put up a mechanism, more so of young people of their age, to track them. After tracking them, the first thing is to do is to engage them on a roundtable discussion, warning them of the consequences, warning them that stealing or mugging or carrying dangerous weapons is against the law. That's to me the first step to do that. I'll use their fellow youths to identify them. After identify them, talk to them 1 or 2, 3 times. If they won't get to understand what we're trying to say, then we report to the authorities. So after reporting to the police, there are two ways. Either you reform, you get arrested, taken to jail, or you get shot dead. There are no any other way about that. You see.
So do you have any plan apart from that, how you can catch up with them? Because sometimes you can setting a thief to catch a thief can be very tricky, because you don't know if you are somebody whom you are using to catch the thief is also a thief, and a thief can hide the fellow thief. So what I was asking, because those have been done, and then we can still see the crime is still going on, which sometimes it hurts.
You
And
know,
it hurts because people, sometimes somebody cannot reach home with his phone. Somebody I saw in the Facebook today in the morning, which was just knifed. Alidungwa kisu vibaya sana. So, but the person who posted the issue and posted the images of those young boys who did that, and still the guys I don't think if they have been caught. Yes, up to now. But the guy is now, I think he's in Kenyatta Hospital. Yes. So sometimes, because these people are walking freely. Yes. So how are you going to do? Because with the issue of slum, in the slum, there is issue of insecurity a lot. Yes.
okay, there's what you call crime surveillance. You see,
Yeah.
if currently there's the phone tracking, apart from phone tracking, this card, this is bank cards, ATM cards, everything. So there's a way to how can our police can track these criminal elements. But the first thing is that we must report them. After reporting them, as a leader, it is my duty to have a discussion with the area, with the LCS, commanding station, as an MCA, to tell them about what is happening with the feedback from the public. And the feedback should be accurate, so that even if the police goes to goes in pursuit of the elements, we eliminate the bad seeds from the community. Yes, because if you see someone coming home, he get mugged, he get knifed, it's laxity. You see, maybe police have slept on their job, they're not doing their work because it is not the work of the work of the police is mainly to law and order. You see, two, what we, as a citizen we can do is that we can do the citizen arrest. If you know a criminal, but you're not allowed to kill. Yes, if we go by the law, we are not allowed to kill. What we do is what we call citizen arrest. That is in the constitution. If you know maybe someone has stolen, someone has knifed someone, it's just to arrest him and they take him to police. Because even the police will not admit someone who is injured. Because that again is a violation of his right. Yeah. What the police does is arrest that someone, take him to a court of law. That person has a right to defend also himself. So to me, the police must wake up, do their job. Two, as a citizen, we also must be alert. So in any case there are any criminal element, we report, and if you can arrest him and take the police, and so he can be taken to court of law and jail. But execution is not, that power doesn't belong to the Wananchi. No.
Okay. Before we do away with the with that topic, I think we should talk about something because you have a vision for Kibera, mostly for Sarangombe. I've not heard you talk about these mtaros. Eh? Apart from taros, there is lighting issues. Do you have any vision on that?
Okay, lighting is a very, very, very important, and it's long overdue because like Sarangombe ward is a ward that is almost 40 years old, and a ward that is almost 40 years old, and we still suffer from something like the issues of lighting, issues of garbage. It means someone or some people slept on their job.
Mm.
Yeah. Currently, in this century, we should not be talking even about lights. We should not be talking even about garbage. We should not even be talking about drainages. Yeah, that means we are behind so many years. So lighting is an economical, first is a economical enabler, and number two is a security. Eh? Is a security enabler because when you are coming at night or in those trenches and you get them still in dark, it's sad. It's sad. If you look at some other words like Lindy or somewhere, it's they are all those words are lighted. In fact, this lighting issues could have just ended with the NMS because NMS did a good work in terms of lightening and the building of roads and building of the drainages. So it means, so one thing about drainages, they are there, but they have been blocked. So just what should be done is they're just opening for all those people who have built on drainages and block. Those structures should be brought down for water to flow, nothing else.
Apart from opening up the drainages, do you have any unique method you can use in those to allow this drainage?
Drainage is an open system because all the closed under tunnel drainage system failed. Yes, because they're old. Like in Olympic, there are systems which were built in 1972. 1972 up to here, it's almost 60 years. So they are not useful. So the only system that we have, even if I become an AMCA, is to put up the open drainage system, which is lacking. Yes. That is why even Olympic said, even Ayani, whenever it rains, the the areas, more so in front of Olympic Primary School, it gets flooded. So if you look at the system, you get that the older system has failed. they have blocked. So it is all about being a good contractor, advising what to do, and put up an open drainage. It's not scientific kind of thing. Yeah, it's something that you see. It's practical. Yeah.
I heard you talking about there is no hall or there was, but you've been to Kamkunji all along, because it's not you are not new to me, because I've seen you several times in Kamkunji. But what were you discussing at Kamkunji? Because I think these things should have been addressed so many years ago. Because Kamkunji, you have been there. You have been politicking. You have some. You've been arranging for burials, whatever, anything for members. So why, for all this long, you've not been addressed? You have not addressed anything about social hall at Kamkunji, because Kamkunji is not something which started yesterday. It's something which is old, and I think the solution would have come from there before.
Kamkunji is a vigilante. Yeah, Kamkunji is purely vigilante group. So issues like social hall that needs legislative proposal.
So if you say about, if you talked about vigilante, what do you mean by vigilante? Because there is somebody who doesn't know or doesn't understand about this vigilante. How can you explain to it?
Kamkunji is just an area for playing politics, because issue like building of social hall, building a social hall more needs it's kind of a legislative kind of a thing, because we have this inter county development plan. So inter-county ICDP. So on issue of social hall, it is something that should be undertaken at ICDP. When this county officials planning when it comes to our ward, we give a proposal. So it's something that it detaches itself from Kamkunji group. So the person who should be pushing for these proposals in the ICDP, the MCA, because we as a community, we gave our proposals. It's there. So, and giving your views and the implementation, there are two things. That's why we elected someone. After we've taken we've given out our views, you follow up to make sure that we get what we wanted. But if you look at the look of things, nothing. So it means that the person who's responsible is not following up. That's why up to now, like if you look at all of these NGOs, they came here and got space. Why is it not that we cannot have a community hall? So a community hall is very important in this way. One, these young people who are doing arts, dancing, what, same hall, it can be used to generate income to the youths, and again fight that issue of unemployment, because people will be having that hall, there will be activities, they will be cleaning, and they'll be getting revenue on that. Two, the same community hall, this incubation unit can go there, computer incubation unit, so that our young kids will be going there, incubate, get ideas how to use computers, like for them to be not like us who started under the former system. We didn't have computers, we didn't have those computer subjects, but now you'll find them under CBC and the current system.
So do you think okay, can you promise us that under your leadership, the first thing you will bring into place will be a social hall?
Of course, because a social hall, how much does it cost? Even a social hall is something that even we can even contribute our own money and build, because it's not something that a social hall can take 5 to 3 million or 2.5 million, and we are done. We have got to go. So it's only that the country doesn't understand the benefits of a social hall. But me, I know. So many people, youths are talented here. They can sing, they can dance, these co-curriculum activities, they can do them, but they don't have that space. There's no kid who can come from Katokera and go and practice in singing in a Italy, then come back again. It is hard to them. So they always look for open spaces to do their stuff. But when it rains, it's a problem. When there's much sun, it's a problem. So it's an urgent need. Because there's a saying which says Sanaa inalipa. Art pays. Look at the Congolese singers. They are good singers. They are rich. They get a lot of foreign exchange from only being from art, singing. You can also do it here. Yeah. Like if you go to Eastlands, area like Kayole, you'll find almost every ward, every village, they have a community hall there. But here in Kibra, nobody cares about that.
Okay, as we sum up on the topic, let me ask about the TVET. Because do you mobilize youth to take part or to go and enroll in TVET courses? Because I saw the other day the the TVET college was installed by the president. Eh?
So, vocational training is a devolved unit, and these MCS, they do get bursaries, they do get scholarships. So the MCA should come to ground, mobilize the youths, use the bursaries, part of it, and use the scholarship. And the national government, they should collaborate with the office of the area MP so that our youths can get skills. Masonry, tailoring, or ICT, this mechanic, welding, all those stuff are there. But we have MCs who they don't understand their job, what they should be doing. Vocational training is devolved. It is not under. It is under county government. Because if you, I think in Nairobi, we have almost 13 vocational training centers, which are run by the county government. So if you look here, the MCA, if maybe he sees youth, the only thing that comes to his mind, hand out. So that is the problem. I once had a meeting with some youths, a few 2-3 weeks. When I asked them, we are here like 100 guys. How many youths are skilled here? Who knows how to drive? Who did driving? Who did masonry? Who did sewing, tailoring? Out of 100, I got only 20. See? So it's a problem. If we can have many skilled youths, we can even export labor as an home. Yes, we can export masons. Because if you look around Nairobi, this Kibra, all those skilled laborers working there are fundis, the masons, the welders who fix those doors and the windows. Almost 60% come from Kibra. Almost 6% come from here. So there's a need to have to give this vocational training center priority, because you don't use your money, you use money from the county government, so that our youth can get skills, and there's no any other way apart from skills. Because how can you be hired? Yeah, there's a job vacancy maybe in police service. They need masons, they need welders, they need tailors, they need cooks. Maybe in KDF, NOS, we will be exporting labor, and we will grow as a community and mitigate this issue of poverty. There's no way out of it. Even if you go to China, you'll find a Chinese guy doesn't even know how to speak English. But if you give him a road, he'll build. If you give him a bridge, he'll build because he's skilled. That is the main manpower. And that is what we are lacking here.
So as a leader in Kibera, are people enrolling in these courses?
People
are okay. Let me just be specific. Youth.
No.
How is the turnout? The turnout for the TVET
very
courses?
Low. Because we lack sensitization. Sensitization should be coming from MCS office. And in Salome, you find out that in the first place, the office of the MCS is locked. So how can people engage and where? So that is where the problem starts. See? Because in Luo we say the fish starts rotting from the head. So that is where our problem is. No. The MC should come and after getting those bursaries and scholarships and tell people. Now this year I've got maybe 30 scholarships. So that is why it can be given to these our young people to go and learn this skill courses. But it is not happening. The only thing which is so rampant here is tokenized politics, police of handouts. That is what is ailing this community. Nothing else. Poor leadership.
Thank you, Mr. Wycliffe. As we go, can you tell us anything about the bottom up?
Okay, the bottom up.
Okay, before we go to bottom up, I see you in the leadership of Buddha.
Yeah.
Was which role are you playing in the Buddha?
Okay, in UDA Kibra sub county, I'm a member at the constituency level. You know, in UDA we have units. We have the polling center. From there, we have the Congress. Congress is the next polling center. From the Congress, we have the sub-county unit. Sub-county unit, we have the county unit. From the county unit, we have the national. So it's a system from the office of the party leader to the polling station. That is how we work.
Okay.
Yes.
So you are going to contest a seat using the UDA ticket?
Of course, I'll do. That's my party. I'm a life member of UDA party. Because political parties are public institutions.
Yes.
Like Nairobi University, like Jaraunani, or Maseno University. So you choose. Oh, no. Political parties are not personal institutions. They are public institutions funded by our taxes. So everybody has got a freedom of choosing his political party, which he says is aligns with his own vision.
So how do you see the incoming election?
Incoming election, I mean, for William Ruto at 80%. Yeah, the opposition is clueless. Like when Raila was alive, we had a very vibrant opposition, because there's what we call, there's what used to be there, like the shadow cabinet. They found there's someone who did even has got a degree in military training. Someone who is good in who has got a knowledge in the medical field. So it is, you keep the government on check with the shadow cabinet. But if you look at now, it is people are close. Someone like Kalonzo Musyoka has been in almost all units in government, and what is done for almost 50 years, just building a small jail there. That it tells you that guy has no vision. Someone like my Governor Rengo, he's been in politics for 3 years, and after now even the road going to his home is not there. So what vision does it have? Who next? So the opposition is clueless. And if you look now, whatever William Ruto has done in these few years, people are asking, where was who taking our money? So the opposition is so clueless. They don't understand themselves.
So Sifuna is in opposition. Or where is Sifuna?
In the first place, Kenya, we don't have an opposition. Who told you that Sifuna is in opposition? And Sifuna is driving a GK. His staff are being paid by the government. Himself is being paid by the government. If you say that we are in opposition, it means we've gone back 16 years back. Kenya, we have a parliamentary system, which we have a majority side and a minority side. But there's no opposition in Kenya. Even in the Kenyan constitution, we don't have an opposition. We have the parliamentary system, and all people are in government. Even Sifuna himself is driving a GK. Yes. Why can't he resign from that position? So that he can be just another member. He can do that. He's just fully what is it to go present, which opposition, and it doesn't exist. Everybody, even Kalonzo is getting the pension from the government. Everyone, even Gashagwa is getting pension from government. The only government, they're only fooling people. Yes, the Kenya kuna opposition is it is like America, the pure presidential system. So on the issue of bottom up or the bottom up tapestry is a long-term project. The bottom up system is not a light and extinguish kind of ideology. It's a long-term project where you get affordable housing. We have SGR. We have maritime business, maritime business. We have infrastructure. We have education. You see, so it's something which is wide. It is not a short-term policy. So that's you'll find people like Gachagua who doesn't who believes who've got short memory. They'll fall back. Even Gachagua even was a DP and they couldn't even understand the bottom up manifesto. You don't understand that. So it's a long-term project. Yeah, it's a long-term project.
So you still need time to
definitely. But William has done a lot. Like now, in Siaya, we have got almost a county that didn't have even a single factory where 2-3 people can even get a living. Now we have almost 6 sugar factories which have been brought there, almost at 7 to 50%. We have got rice coming from Musonga Siriwo. If you go to somewhere like Barobel, we've got a market. If you come to Siaya town, we've got a stadium coming up there.
So those are not Orengo's projects.
How does it? How can it come in? I see. He knows, even he knows. Because the Orengo's budget is passed by MCS. And Rural budget is passed by the MPs.
But Orengo is calling himself a party leader. Which party is Orengo? Because I don't know.
I don't know. Orengo. Maybe he's a party leader of birds and trees. But on paper, I don't see.
Are you seeing are you seeing their party coming up?
But they've got they've got a room for that, for democracy for that. Because whoever Kenyan system is very nice because the only system that we can know the majority side and the minority side is at the ballot. So let them organize themselves with at the ballot. Yes. Nothing about that.
Okay, as for Sarangombe, do you have any plan for bottom up for Sarangombe? Any kind of plan for Sarangombe?
I have so many programs, so many plans which are on the line, like women empowerment, youth, like that. They are. Even bursary programs we'll have. So I'm still looking for partners, and I think God willing, things will be okay.
Okay. So one day I saw your photo, or it was a video site kind of thing that you are bringing some wheelchair to the disabled people in Sarangombe.
Yes.
So far, how many have you brought, and how many have you helped with that program?
Okay, so far I think we've given up 6. Yes. And the one that touched me so much was a young guy, 16 years. He was suffering cerebral palsy. Oh, the mother is a single mother. The father ran away. So it hurted me so much. The guy has been in house for the last 16 years. No moving out. So when I saw a neighbor told me that there's a mother who has got a child, and the mother is, just think of, you have got a disability problem, and again you are poor. So everything is kind of a hell. So the child didn't even get her therapy lessons. The child could not move. So I saw it was so crucial to get him a wheelchair. So at least he can be pushed out, at least enjoy the ecosystem, get a bit of vitamin D. Yeah. So far we've given 6, and there's some other cases which I'm still again looking for friends who can support us because I didn't buy my own money. I just did a connection. Yeah. So if I can get, or anybody who can can help us get some few wheelchairs, they are free because I've got cases. Like I've got another more than 4 cases, 5 cases, which
Or you can call for fundraising also.
we'll see.
You know, if you help, that's what matters a lot. Yeah, because you know, as leaders, you walk inside, you do some research, and also I think you'll get some. And I think you can link them even to the NGOs we have, Shofco. Yeah, is Shofco helping?
They're helping.
Yes.
Yeah, but we'll see. I'll see. I'll see how to go about it.
So you also need a helping hand so that you can reach all these people.
Yeah.
So that they can get help. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, yeah, as we conclude, I can see the time is not on our side. Do you have something to tell? Because I know we'll have many conversation apart from this.
Yeah.
Yes. If you have anything you can tell the current leadership so that they can improve or anything you can help, even by just a word. Yes.
Okay, what I can tell the leadership of we have around, it is their time to deliver, and leadership is a calling from the Most High. All these people, they took an oath. They carry the Bible to serve the people. So when they are going against the oath of office, that is a breach of contract. So what I can just say, or the people, the leaders should work for the people. Number two, what I can tell the people of Sarangombe is as they should I think know the kind of leader they want, and it's not long. The change is the horizon, and they'll make a choice, and that choice is a choice that will last for 5 years. There's nothing short of it. They must know. We must go there. Our constitution is very clear. Any regime change is always revolutionized at the ballot. So they have a time. In months' time, 6 or 7 months, they'll have an opportunity to get a leader who can help them. Because a leader who is focused, who has got empathy to guide them through, and that is Wycliffe Okumu checks. Yeah.
Lepadree. Okay, I wish next time there is somebody who requested that we talk about the Mutumba, how Mutumba can transform the economy of Kenya, so that people can get rid of Mutumba and get back the textile industry, so that people can manufacture their own sweets like this one that you are wearing. Yeah. Do you think is a matter which we should talk about in our next in the next session?
Okay, I think the system that we have is a thievery system. Like it's like a case of someone comes to a pocket and takes maybe takes from a pocket 10,000. Then the person comes again and means they tell you, oh Jeff, I'll give you 3,000. See, that is the system we're living in, the thievery system. Oh, these people, this is for us. They come to Africa, they take our minerals, then again they come to giving us aid. Something like tea. Kenya we grow tea, Kericho, Kiambu, Limuru, but that tea, after being flown to Britain, it is called English tea or British tea, and it is again taken back brought to Kenya and sold very expensive. This cotton, which is used to make these clothes, they take it from Africa, the raw material. These shoes, we cannot maybe Around 7% can only afford Mutumba because we cannot afford the new shoes and the hides. All of them come from Kenya. So what Africa should do, it is what we should do, what we call value addition. Let the raw materials be manufactured where they are extracted. That only that we can grow. But Mutumba business, that is a no, because that is a finished product. And this finished product has passed into has been into stages. The planting stage, the weeding stage, the harvesting stage, the production stage, the marketing stage. It is we're just being stolen from, nothing else.
Okay, so I think we should, that will be a topic of another day, and we will see how that can transform. So I need the Wooded people.
Okay.
And the broad based, because today you have not tackled broad based so much. You have not tackled the agendas of the UDA. So I think we shall revisit.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
I'll be available.
You'll be available. Okay, so thank you. I want to say the parting shot of today. If you have any.
Okay, the parting shot is what we call Kadi. Yes, with Kadi, that is how we can transform Sarangombe, because bad leaders are elected by the good people who don't vote. So on election day, after getting your card, get out and vote and elect the leader you want. Don't sit at home. Yeah, being Luos are notoriously known for not talking too much, hyping politics, and they fail to turn up to the polling station. So wachukue kura na wajitokeze wapige kura. Asanteni.
Thank you so much. Welcome back.
Asante.
Okay.